Hi, we're here today with Bruce Watkins. He's the owner and president of Cal Preserving. In Cal Preserving, you've probably seen one of their decks. They do wood preserving of decks and wood siding throughout the San Francisco Bay Area. And we're down here today taking a very quick look at a finished deck here down in the San Francisco Bay Area. We can see the Golden Gate Bridge there. Bruce, why don't you say hello to the world out there? Tell us a little bit about your company and what you do here in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Hi there. Paul, thanks very much. It's a pleasure to meet you today. And what we do is we take decks that have been typically neglected for a while and or ones that have not been neglected and keep them preserved well over time, not just short periods of time, but long periods of time. So we take an old deck that was black, like for instance, this one used to be black. It's no longer black. This deck particularly has some screws that are no longer having their galvanized coating on them, and that's why they have had some black nail heads. But we're able to come back in now, clean this deck, preserve it, and so right now any weathering is arrested completely on this deck.
This deck looks like a brand new deck. I've seen brand new Ipe decks, and this looks like a brand new Ipe deck. And what's also caught my eye, by the way, is how come this furniture looks exactly like the deck?
Well, this is teak furniture. It's very similar to an Ipe deck, very similar hardwood, not quite as hard, but we treat it the exact same way. We clean off tons and tons of teak furniture where we power wash it, do some sanding on it, and apply the same stain, which is blended for a hardwood like Ipe and teak. Same thing, meant to protect.
And you can do this with what type of wood decks, Bruce?
Any type of exterior wooden decks. Mainly we see a lot of redwood decks, we see cedar decks, we see hardwood decks, which this is right here, which is Ipe and many of the other hardwood brands.
So as I understand it, your company comes in and you do whatever's necessary, all the cleaning, all the prep. If it requires sanding, resetting of screws, you basically prep the whole deck in order to be preserved, preserve it, and somebody's got a rejuvenated deck, and it's as close to getting to new as you're going to get, short of replacing the deck. Now I understand you've been doing this for quite a few years in the San Francisco Bay Area. Is it fair to say that you've done thousands of decks around the Bay Area?
More than that, yeah. We've probably done tens of thousands at this point. We've been doing it for 27 years now.
Wow, that's quite a track record here. So if somebody's looking for a rejuvenation and a preservation of their deck and wood siding, give Bruce a call at Cal Preserving. You can find him on the internet, and they service the entire San Francisco Bay Area. And again, I'm going to give all you folks out there watching this video one final look of this beautiful deck. You can see that was just completely refinished, and it looks brand new. Bruce, thanks for speaking with us today, and folks, give Bruce a call over at Cal Preserving.